So the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is bolstering his country's defense in the Middle East, sending fighter jets to Qatar and helicopters to HMS Dragon to Cyprus. It comes as he defends his decision to not join the US in Israel's strikes on Iran.
The long-standing British position is that the best way forward for the regime and the world is a negotiated settlement with Iran where they give up their nuclear ambitions. Now, that's why I took the decision that the UK would not join the initial strikes on Iran by the US and Israel. Now, that decision was deliberate. It was in the national interest, and I stand by it.
Former United States Ambassador to NATO Kurt Volker joins us now. Ambassador, thanks so much for joining Fox and Friends. What do you make of that decision, especially since you had our president that said, look, we cannot count on Europe. Now, obviously, many of those soldiers helped us out in the Afghanistan war, but in this moment, their leadership is not willing to get in the fight.
No, they're not. But I think that's slowly changing. I think they're coming around. The key word in Keir Starmer's statement right there was initial. They didn't join the initial strikes. That doesn't mean they're not going to join in the future. He's keeping that door open. But look at this from a European perspective, that they were not aware that the U.S. and Israel were going to launch this war. They were not asked about it. They didn't see a real legal basis for it. They view it as a war of choice. They can see possible blowback or Iranian reprisals against them. Their publics are not in favor of this and haven't been consulted. So they are facing a lot of headwinds in terms of why would they get involved here. That being said, they all know that the Iranian regime is a heinous regime. It needs to go. They're not going to be sad to see it go at all. And now they see that this war is dragging on and may well affect them anyway. So I think they're slowly coming around to thinking, well, maybe we do have to help out here.
Mr. Ambassador, do you think there's any excuse for not allowing us to use the base to refuel, though?
You know, I think in that case, this is one where they could have just let it happen quietly. There might have been some public protests. There might have been some domestic blowback, but nothing that they couldn't stare down based on the agreements with the United States and the fact that after the fact, people are going to look at this and say, well, it happened. So they could have done that.
Here's Mark Rutte. He was on Fox and Friends, and he's saying that Europe is going to step up. Here he is.
Article 5, I think, is not in order here. Nobody's talking about Article 5. And the most important thing is that our adversaries have seen yesterday. Taking out Khamenei, taking out the nuclear capability in Iran, but also taking out the ballistic missile program in Iran. This is crucial. And what I see in Europe, I spoke with all the key European leaders over the weekend, is widespread support for what the president is doing, and also making sure that when it comes to logistics, access, defending key US interests in Europe and in the region, the Europeans are really stepping up.
So he seems to get it.
Absolutely. And what you heard from him right there is that Europeans are coming around, and that's what I believe as well. I don't think they were there in the initial days. They didn't know what the plan was. They weren't consulted. They just saw this on the TV. Then they don't know what the end game is. But now as they can see, okay, this is actually going on. The U.S. is engaged in this conflict. They're going to drive this to the end. I think Europeans are indeed coming around.
All right, Mr. Ambassador, thanks so much for joining the program.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.